So it's not easy to go through a divorce, it's not easy to talk about it either, and there's a lot of information or advice that I just simply can't give you. But I am an expert on homes, so let's talk about whether or not you should keep or sell your home. I could just tell you that 61% of people are going to end up selling their home because that's best for most people. However, that's just not our style to just leave you there and be wondering why. So we're going to go over the reasons why you want to stay in control of your home sale and make sure it's happening on your terms. In case you don't know me, my name is Davin. I'm a realtor right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I help people build their wealth through real estate ownership. So let's jump right into the video, and a divorce attorney is going to give you more options than what I'm about to discuss. I'm just going to oversimplify it so you can understand the principles and then make a decision for your particular situation. Situation one is going to be that one person is going to keep the home, the other person is going to walk away, and they're going to split the equity in the home through some type of refinancing. The other option is that one person is going to sell the home, or both people are going to sell the home. They're going to agree to sell it and split the money 50-50, and then they're going to both move on. So in situation one, we're going to say that the wife is going to try to keep the home, the husband's going to move on and find a different residence somewhere else. But this house has $100,000 worth of debt on it, as well as it has $200,000 of appraised value. So this means that the husband is owed $50,000 for the half of the equity that he owns. Now, if the wife doesn't have $50,000 on hand, that's no big deal. She should just be able to refinance, right? Well, maybe not. So refinancing could increase the monthly payment just depending on how long ago they purchased the home, as well as some of that income is going away. So in order to qualify for that bigger payment, she's going to need some hefty income in order to qualify for that, as well as she still owns the same amount of debt even when she's out of the house. Until that divorce is finalized, there's going to be some debt that's going to need to get consolidated before they can refinance it. Now, I'm not a loan expert. There are situations and people that can help you go around this, but these are just some of the issues that you're going to run into. You're going to run into some DTI ratio issues. If you want to watch our video on that, you can go and watch that. And you're going to run into appraisal issues. There's also going to be this feeling of lack of fairness. That person that moves, they have to deal with moving costs. They also have to worry about if the home was actually appraised at full retail value or if it was undervalued. At the same time, they don't own the asset that is going up in value. So even once everything is finalized, the home's going to continue to go up in value while they're renting and their net worth is not going up in value. So quite a few disadvantages to moving, but also keeping the home. If you do end up somehow qualifying for that payment and something happens to you and you can't make this bigger payment and you end up in a desperate situation where you have to sell this home, you're not going to sell your home for top dollar value if you're in a desperate situation. You're probably going to have to rush it and sell it for a little bit below market value. And so keeping a home that you cannot afford is definitely not wise, because a lot of your bills are not going to go down that much in value. You're not going to cut your bills in half just because one person moved out of the house. So this does stretch your dollar a little bit thinner. And so in general, you're just going to have to understand that if you have a lot of income and you're very, very wealthy, you could probably afford this as long as your house isn't very big. But most of the time, wealthy people buy bigger houses, so all they did was just shift that problem, magnified it, and made it bigger. There are some advantages though, which is if you get to keep the house, then you do get to keep a little bit of stability. You don't have to move, so if you have kids, you can get that sense of security and know that you're not in a situation to where you're moving your kids into an unsure or unaware situation. And this is the big key. As long as you can afford those payments and you're good, then this method might work for you. Now, the second method, which is going to be what most people do, which is to sell the home, split it, move on with that 50-50 per person. The advantages of this is there's no arguing over the appraised value. Appraisers are people, right? They can make mistakes. And one person might feel like they got the short end of the bargain. In a sale, a buyer gave you money for the house and both people accepted it. Whether or not you like it or not, you accepted it, you take the money, everybody has the same money. So the sense of fairness is a little bit higher in this situation, even though it is a lose-lose situation. Both people have to go on, probably rent a house for a little bit of while. They're not taking advantage of that market appreciation that goes on when you own a home typically. And there's this general sense of lack of security whenever you have to move somewhere that you're not used to living. But there are some advantages. Obviously, we talked about the fairness, but you're also going to have more cash on hand. You can use this cash to consolidate debt. You can use this cash to help figure out the other mess that you're going to unravel during the rest of the divorce, but you're going to have that cash on hand to consider with those different situations instead of theoretical equity that's just locked up in the home. Also, you don't have to do any refinancing to sell your home. It doesn't matter what your credit score is. They will still let you sell your home, right? People will still give you money for a home, no matter what your credit score is. So the advantages of selling is, are you going to sell it and time it based on your needs? Are you going to sell it too late because you were trying to, you're trying to hold on to the house to something that you would never be able to afford and the bank's not going to let you do? Or are you going to say, you know what, I'm going to sell it on my terms. We're going to agree to doing this now so that we have this money. We're going to be proactive planners. If you do that, you might be in a better situation because you're not going to be forced to sell your home. You're going to choose to sell your home. So just to summarize, if you don't have a lot of wealth or cash on hand, you will probably be in a situation to sell your home. Whether you choose to do it now or choose to do it later, you'll probably be in that situation. So I would advise that you do it on your own terms. But if you're a little bit wealthier, you either have a lot of income, you have a really good credit score still, even after going through the divorce process, and you have some cash on hand in order to be able to handle the fluctuations that are going to happen over the next couple of months or even years, then you can probably keep the home and get away with it and have that feeling of security of owning that home. If you want to meet a divorce attorney here in Las Vegas, Nevada, you can just go ahead and click on that scheduling link down below. Or you can even meet me if you want to meet me in Las Vegas and sell your home with me. Or maybe you want me to introduce you to a realtor anywhere here in the United States. I'd be happy to do that as well. If you like the videos, we definitely would like you to subscribe and continue to watching more videos. We help people build their wealth. So I know you're going through a tough time, but you're going to be in the process of rebuilding, and so we could potentially help you save some time as you're going to be going through that rebuilding process. And if you just want to join a community of really cool people, go ahead and comment down below. I respond to every single comment, so I do appreciate every single person that participates. Have a great day, and I do thank you for watching.